What's good, YouTube? Back here again with, oh my god, I was dying to make this fucking video. As y'all can tell by the title, this is gonna be the difference between, hold on, a China bike and a real bike, or let's say a Japanese bike, since we don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I got Nat and Ass here with me. What's going on, Nat and Ass?
What up, y'all?
But yeah, man, it's gonna be kind of long because I want to show y'all a lot. Yeah, before I even start this is all my personal experience. I don't want to hear nobody talk, yo, I don't care about none of that. This is just what I personally went through with my two bikes and what I wish somebody would have told me. Hopefully it's gonna help somebody else. But so here we got the Bashan Storm. I said the Bras. Oh my god, the Bashan Storm 250. You feel me? It's a China bike. Feel me? This was my first bike. I bought this bike in August. What was it? August 2020. 2020 or 2019? Yeah, it's August 2020. Boom. This right here is a YZ 250F. Both bikes are 4-stroke, 250. You feel me? I bought this bike in December. Bought this bike at like the end of December. You feel me? Today is, what's today? Today is March 30th. So that's how long it's been. Let's go ahead and chop this down. So you feel me? Of course, everybody's gonna tell you, right? They're gonna tell you that, yeah, the China bike doesn't have as much power as the other bike. Of fucking course. Like, that's like the #1 thing that you should know, like, you feel me? Or you should be told that the China bike is way weaker than when it comes to the YZ. That's #1. But my personal preference, I feel like that shit needed to be broke down in detail. So right now, what we gonna do, right? I'm gonna show y'all the exact definition of what they mean by weaker. You feel me? So let's come over here to the YZ, right? Let's try to get this started. You feel me? Because I still got the noodle legs, but let's start the China bike. So we turn the little key on. Oh, it's in gear. No. Oh shit. It's in gear. Whoa. All right, let's try that again. Not in gear. All right, so my first thing I wanted to tackle was the power, right? When people say it doesn't have as much power, that means literally like throttle sensitivity. That's what they really should say. Like, the more you have to be way more sensitive on a Japanese bike than one of these Chinese bikes. That's what we're gonna show y'all right now. You feel me? So I'm gonna do the same amount of throttle on both bikes, and I want y'all to hear the engine and hear how the bike reacts. We're gonna give it a little bit of throttle right here. Just a little bit. Let's get nice and close. Look. Very loud and fucking aggressive. Very loud and aggressive. Now if we come to China and we give that same, I didn't notice, my wrist didn't go, that was all, you feel me? That was muscle. That was all, you know, the muscles on my fingers literally moving the plastic of the throttle. So let's try it, the rubber of the throttle. So let's try it again on this one. Let's hear the China. Very big difference. Also, what I want to do too, I want to show y'all the difference in riding and doing that amount of throttle, and showing you the difference in how the power will pull you. You feel me? I'm gonna have Nas hold the camera right quick while I just like pull off in the little dirt to both bikes. I'm gonna bust another U-turn, and when I come by you, I'm gonna give it that little thing of gas and watch the bike go. mean it's a lesser cool bike? No, you feel me? Like, it's just the fact that no, when they talk about power, it's literal sensitivity to that throttle. It's not so much as like, oh, when you try to hit it, it's gonna go up faster than the what? Nah, it's way deeper than that. It's up to the point where it's basically like, bruh, you gotta be way more careful in one of those bikes than trying to bike. So let's just know that. Let's go to rule number 2. So now y'all seen the power. The power is very different, as y'all can see. One, I can sit there and I could just, a tap will pop the wheel right up, and the other, a tap will just simply just give me a little burst of, you know, a little speed, and it's way more controllable, way more less intimidating and shit. I want to show y'all Nas riding, because Nas knows how to ride, right? Nas started riding around the same time as me, even, but it's just that they were my bikes, so I rode, you know, I adapted more. But I want to show y'all how, you feel me? Someone could ride one of these and then get on one of these, and it kind of be a different, like what the story is going to look like compared to what you're thinking. Nope, the pull off, you feel me? This is all coming from a beginner riding, you feel me? As y'all see, you feel me? That was not spinning the Bashan Storm 250 around, you feel me? Now, no, he has ridden this bike plenty. He's ridden both bikes before, so he's not like it's not like his first time riding, but he is a beginner rider, you feel me? So that's why I figured like it'd be good to have him pull off both bikes and show y'all how like he rides both bikes, so y'all can see what it'd be like, you know, if he was in a position with no bike, trying to choose between just so happening these two bikes, you feel me? Because it's a lot of shit that you really wouldn't see coming to you. As you see, you feel me? On the Bashan, on the Bashan, it's way more, he seemed way more, you know, relaxed and controlled, you feel me? On the 250, he didn't so much seem that he wasn't relaxed and in control, he just seemed way more focused, you feel me? Way more, yeah, exactly. Now that we went over the power, right, that makes me want to tell y'all a little story that I had, a little story that's going on with me and my little bike career, right? So, like I said, I bought this bike first, the China bike. I bought that bike first. I bought it in August. When I bought that dual sport China bike, I had no intentions on like so much wheeling, you know? I ain't really care for it. I figured like it'd come from me riding the bike so long, but as far as like me wanting to be in pack, you know, me wanting to be outside with niggas and shit like that, I didn't care for it. I just brought the bike because I wanted a bike, real life. slowly, as I like just got deeper into like bikes in general, you feel me? I started picking and choosing what I wanted to do, you know? I started understanding more of what I personally wanted. It came down to me to folding and saying, nah, fuck that. I think I want a wheelie. You feel me? No cap. I just came to a realization and saying, yo, I think I want a wheelie. I think I want to dead ass like get nice at wheeling personally. Like not for nobody else. I don't want to be better than nobody else. I don't want to be cool for nobody else. I was just like, yo, I want to know how to wheelie my bike. And when I tried to learn how to wheelie on that China bike, no, I got a 250. There's millions of other China bikes out there that are smaller and way more that you can actually dead ass learn on. But this is my opinion. Like I said, I don't want to hear nobody's mouth. But the Bashan Storm, for me personally, it was too much of a big and heavy bike for me to wheelie. You feel me? On top of it, not having the power, the power I had to give it on the clutch up was just, you know, it was crazy. And I personally, I still love the bike. I don't regret the purchase or nothing like that. When I said I wanted to start wheeling, I was toughing it out, and I was trying to learn how to wheelie with it, and I just caught a good deal on this bike, so I just brought this bike, and you know, I just been more focused on wheeling this bike because I know if I wheelie this bike, I can wheelie that bike. But in long retrospect, I'm gonna just go ahead and note, I see where people come from when they say you're gonna hurt yourself on these China bikes, because the thing is, it's not so much that you're just gonna hurt yourself. Like, it's bound to happen. You're bound to hurt yourself on any bike, you know? It's a lot. Like, let me say one thing, like, something goes wrong with the bike, let's say something goes wrong with your brakes, your brake pads, or you know, your cylinder, anything weird with the bike, it's gonna be really hard to get that replaced. And you're probably gonna go through like a cheap route, or you know, some extra weird route, which is more dangerous on the bike, you know? It's little things like that that add up to why this bike ultimately people just like try to stay away from. But in my own opinion, fuck that. I love this bike. I still love this bike. I would buy, if I could go back in time, I would still buy it again, even knowing that I was gonna change my mind and want to learn how to wheelie, even though I brought it just to like cruise around the town in, you feel me? It's okay, you feel me? It's not a bad bike for what it does, you feel me? And that's exactly what it does. It teaches you how to ride, and it teaches you the fundamentals of, you feel me, riding a bike. So anybody telling you like not to buy a China bike, granted, you feel me, if you're trying to be out here in this, like, you feel me, in these streets, you feel me, with pack, you feel me, doing all this extra shit, you may want to try to take their advice. If you're independent and you don't give a fuck, you feel me, you don't really got the money to spend, you know, mad bread on a real bike, bro, get you a little China bike and, you feel me, start slow. You don't gotta go at nobody else's pace but your own. So don't let nobody sit here and tell you nothing weird about it. I love both bikes. I love both of these bikes, even though they both so different, you feel me? Me and Nash learned how to ride on these bikes, and now we can ride any bike, you feel me? We can get on it and ride any bike. And that's what I'm trying to, that's all I wanted to really paint. Like, you know, long story short, don't think you're gonna get a China bike, right? And you're gonna be full on adept for one of those. That's the big thing about it, you feel me? You're not gonna just be riding this and then just be able to hop on one of those and treat it like your bike. It's not really gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work like that. It's not gonna work like that, you feel me? But yeah, that's basically it. That's all I really have for y'all today, you know? Oh, I fell yesterday. I fell yesterday. I wanna see my cuts. I fell yesterday. I was wheeling and I fell. Well, I didn't get it on camera, unfortunately, but I was practicing this bitch. I had it in second gear. I clutched it, boom, and I gave it too much that second time. That shit was vertical, and I'm like this. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. You feel me? I got definitely a lot more videos coming for y'all. This was one of the main videos I really wanted to get to y'all, because I feel like it was just really important, and nobody's done it yet. You feel me? So thank you for tuning in. Wheelie's coming soon. New bikes coming soon. Everything coming soon. Stay tuned.